Hey friends, it is Tia on a Friday night. Is it Friday night or is it Saturday night?
Saturday.
It's Saturday night. Sorry. We have just left our favorite water park in Meridian, Idaho, and we're headed home. And so I'm going to have a couple of guest appearances for tonight because all three of them are stuck in the truck with me headed home. So here we go. Here is Dad, aka hubby.
Hello.
And there is the youngest, also known as Luke, and the oldest. Say hi. They're so cute. They're precious. Hey Melissa, how's your night? Oh, okay, so tonight's topic. No shame in my game. Angela Williams. Hey Mama Williams. Melissa says, hi family. Anybody gonna say hi, Melissa?
That's where we'll say, hello! Sorry.
Yeah. So this is actually the first live where all three of my other family members have made an appearance. Remember a while back my husband and I did a Facebook Live together. That was super fun. That was about perspective. He said it was horrifying, but I think he had fun. And Luke's made a couple of cameos running back and forth in the background or stalking me up in the woods. But this is the first one where I've like intentionally brought them on board because we're all stuck in the truck together headed home. And I just thought it sounded fun. So back to no shame in my game. One of the reasons why I thought it would be fun to do the Facebook Live tonight on our way home from Roaring Springs was I knew that we would all be like in our swimsuits with wet hair and kind of soggy looking selves.
I like that.
And so really, what a perfect opportunity to illustrate the idea behind no shame. Like when you, I'm sorry, but when you're in a swimsuit at the water park, you either have to own that business all the way, or I don't know, you're probably in the wrong spot. If you can't just...
Oh, and a lot of people do.
If you can't just rock whatever God gave you and be there and be in the moment and enjoy it and walk with your head high and don't worry about, you know, what someone might think of you, whether, you know, don't worry about whether you look like Cindy Crawford in a swimsuit or not. Like, you can't stay focused on shame in any kind of swimsuit, whether you're a guy or a girl or a baby or a tween. I mean, it just, you won't enjoy yourself, number one, if you try to live from a place of shame. And number two, it's not healthy. It's not good for our body image. It's not good for our self-image. It's not good for our ego, our esteem, nothing. And so what I really want to say about no shame in my game, a little bit of a personal perspective. It's only been in the last few years as an adult woman inching into her 40s that I can honestly... Are you laughing at the 40s comment? Because you're already there, bud.
You're not inching into it, sweetheart. You're there.
I'm only 2 years in. Come on. What I really want to say about that is, for me personally, I spent most of my life feeling some level of shame on some level about some area. There were different seasons of life where I felt shame about how I looked, or I felt ashamed of, you know, my family. Hopefully they understand that that was the really horrible puberty, Tia, that wouldn't walk down the mall with my parents. There was a time in my life when I felt shame about my religion. There were seasons of my life where I felt really ashamed of my choices. And I guess I say all of that to say, the quicker you can find your way to a place of self-acceptance and self-love, and if you are, if you consider yourself a Christian, understand that your Father loves you regardless of the body you're in or the circumstances you find yourself in. And as soon as you're able to understand that He's in a good mood all the time, like He's in a good mood, and that gives you permission to release the shame. The sooner
The shame of your past.
the shame
Don't worry about that.
the shame of your past. Hubby's driving, but he's actually contributing. He said that the other important aspect is releasing the shame of your past. And I think that's also really important. Like, understanding and accepting yourself, loving and accepting the life that God has blessed you with. It's all a part of that. Understanding that your past was a series of lessons, but you don't have to be ashamed of anything. So I can honestly say in the last couple of years, I personally have made some pretty big strides towards doing all of those things, accepting where I'm at and feeling grateful for everything I have. That has helped me to let go of feeling ashamed. I think for me, my biggest one was body shame. And it's amazing. It's amazing how much more fun life is when I am not constantly worried about what I look like or feeling not good enough. Mama Williams says, I've been reading a book called Why Her by Nikki Kaziars, which talks all about the whys we don't understand. Angela, that sounds really interesting. I would love it if you could maybe shoot me a link to where I could find the book on Amazon, maybe, if you have time. So yeah, I just want to encourage you guys tonight. Like, here I am, soaking wet hair, sitting in my swimsuit, headed home from the water park. And I just had a really fun night with my 3 best guys, and yeah, that's you. There's the hand. See the hand?
I see that hand.
I see that hand. And I never once felt shame for any reason. And it just feels so good. It feels so good. So whatever you need to do to try to reach that point where you can let go of the shame and really hold your head up high and understand and walk around with that feeling of no shame in your game, do that thing. Do more of what makes you feel proud of yourself and what makes you feel positive and what makes you feel good about your body and your mind and your soul and your heart. Take some time to think about that and figure that out for yourself. Yeah, that's all I've got. I'm gonna go back to riding in the truck and talking to the guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and that you find a place where you can live with no shame in your game. I am sending you grace and peace and sunshine tomorrow, and I will see you guys later. Everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye.
See ya. Take care.
Good night.